The story takes place in a dystopian future world in the year 2050. In an attempt to solve the increasingly severe ecological crisis, humans began to develop genetic technology. However, this led to global mutations in plants and animals. The wealthy survived in cities called castles, while the poor were left to fend for themselves in the barren wilderness. Lisa, the protagonist, lived in the impoverished world. At this moment, she was searching for food in the swamps. After a careful search, she found a potato. Unexpectedly, she also discovered a new species, a colorful caterpillar. Intrigued, Lisa decided to take it back home for further study. As she made her way through the jungle and returned home, Lisa was greeted by a large patch of wild plants growing in front of her door, a sight she had grown accustomed to, as mutated flora and fauna had become the norm. She mashed the potato into a juice and poured it into a bag before heading to her father's room to feed him through an IV. After settling her father, who had been paralyzed for years, Lisa prepared to visit the lab. Although her father was in a vegetative state, his consciousness was connected to a hovering machine, allowing Lisa to communicate with him anytime, anywhere. Entering the lab, strange creatures grew on both sides. Opening a door, she found many experimental instruments inside. Lisa placed the caterpillar into a jar and began studying it, trying to observe how it managed to survive. Suddenly, a loud noise came from outside the house, piquing Lisa's curiosity. She hurriedly left the lab to investigate. Hiding to the side, Lisa quietly observed a woman picking up items, reminding her of her own mother, who had passed away from poisoning. Returning home, Lisa discovered that the plants in front of the door had all died, suggesting that the house had been ransacked by thieves. She quickly checked inside and found that someone had stolen the cell bodies that provided electricity. Without power, her father's ventilator would stop, and the robots would no longer be able to function. After a moment of contemplation, Lisa decided to seek out her uncle to trade for resources.